Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I thought I had that fixed. That's too bad. Hey, Papa Rat. Hey, Rennie. Let's try it again. Yeah, how does this sound? Let it snowflake. A lot better? Okay. Perfect. Good. Sorry, guys. Hey, Carrie. Maureen, Mom, Debbie, thanks y'all for coming back. I tested it out earlier. I'm still trying to get my computer worked on. But I thought I had worked some things out, and so I did like a little mini video, but I, put it on private, and I listened to it back and everything was okay. So I do not know. I have no idea what that would be staticky, if it's the microphone or my connection. I don't know. Hey, Crystal, how are you feeling, honey? Crystal, I read your one your one live stream that said something like, and it just caught me off guard. I wasn't even thinking about you or anything. It said, "Lonely in bed, come join me." And I was like, oh, okay. Who's this? So, Crystal, I hope you're not lonely in bed tonight. Hey, Helen, is it Rochelle? Right, Rachel? I'm drinking some lemon tea. It is so good. I am obsessed with lemon. And it is cold tonight and kind of dark and rainy, so it's a good night for some lemon tea. Doughboy is to snuggle me. Okay, good. So you're not lonely in bed anymore. Oh, A Tribe Called Cookies.I. If I could pull it up on I wonder if I could pull, what I can do is, even though my my audio isn't working on my computer, I might be able to do that. I was going to say I can't wrench anybody because I'm only on my phone, but let me see if I can do that. Thank you for offering, honey. We got Debbie in here. Debbie, you got the full load on you. I haven't seen any trolls yet. That other night when I was at the coffee house, that was the most trolls I've ever seen, but that was just a weird night. I think they were all over everywhere. It was just odd. And there really wasn't that many. A Tribe Called Cookies6.com. I don't even know who you are, honey. I appreciate you offering to mod, but I would have to get to know you a little bit. Oh, thank you, Jenny Jen. Let's see. I don't want to take a lot of time to do this, but let's see if I can just pull it up real quick. Because there was somebody else, I think it was Lori that wanted to be a mod. And I certainly trust Lori. So maybe I can do it this way if they come in. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got it. Turn the volume down. Hey, Jillian. Hey, Jillian. Oh, good, Rennie. I would love for you too. Oh, good, Rennie. I would love for you too. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to turn the volume down. Please. Why is it not working? Well, y'all, my volume isn't working now. Isn't that lovely? So forget about it. I'll work on it later. Hey, Tammy. Hello, Bless. Hey, Tammy Sully. Y'all feel like I haven't seen you in a couple days, so I just wanted to come on and tell you a little bit about what's going on. I've had several people asking me questions about, my foot and everything. And then I want to give a big shout out to somebody very special. Actually, I'd like to just thank everybody who has sent me so many private messages, either text messages or DMs. Lisa, I'm going to tell you in just a minute. Thank you for asking. That just consistently ask how I'm doing and have pretty much since the beginning. And I just want to tell you I appreciate you so much. Sometimes I don't get back to you right away. A lot of times I'll read it and then I'll say, okay, I'll either be tired or be the middle of the night when I read it. So I say I'll come back and answer that. And I usually try to do that, but sometimes I forget. But just know that I really appreciate you. Amanda Love, you are so good at always giving me some really kind words right when I need it. Makeup Amanda, same thing. And I know you're going through a lot on your own and you've not been feeling well, but you often send me a message right when I need it. Kit Kat, Rennie is another person that does that. Amber K, Nikki, just Nikki, Bless This Mess. Always getting really nice messages from these people. And I just want to tell you I really appreciate all of you. And there's more. I just was kind of thinking of the few people that consistently send me messages. So thank you guys so very much. Yeah, Amanda Love, what a great name for that girl. She is dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of similarities that I have, and she's just always reaching out to people, are so kind. Well, I love you, Rennie, and I would like to, Rennie is my shout out tonight. I got the coolest package from Australia today. Hey, Win, which I was very excited about. And inside it had a beautiful note from Rennie and this gorgeous necklace. Can you all see it? It is this really nice, like thicker silver chain. I'm not sure what the exact type of chain this is, but I don't have anything like this. Isn't that beautiful? And then this very, very delicate little sapphire star. And it's hanging on this little diamond. I don't know if it's called an extender or what it's called, but it's so beautiful. And I like the length of it. I don't have a lot of things, ouch, I have a lot of things at that length. So thank you, Rennie. That was such a cool thing. Hey, Ricky, to get something from you all the way from Australia. And a lot of times people will say, I want to send you something, or I want to send you a card, whatever, and you're like, okay. And you kind of know in the back of your head that probably that's not going to happen, but they had good intentions. Rennie is one of those people that follows through, and I just think that is such a wonderful quality that I strive to be like also. Sometimes I'm not as good at it as Rennie, and also my wonderful friend Tracy B, who gave me the mirror. Another one like, gosh, who does that? Wonderful, loving, kind people who keep their word, and I just thank you guys so much. Bless, you got your cards tonight. Did somebody send them to you, or you're going to send them out? I know, Southern Girl, isn't it pretty? Very different. One mailed me signed panties. She is a celebrity, Lavender. I need some signed panties. They have Dr. Phil's signature on the ass part of it, and yours on the front. Oh, you're getting ready to send them out. Well, I want one, Bless. That is so funny. so much going on. Is everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving? I see a lot of people are celebrating early or having Friendsgiving, which is fun. We used to do that. I used to do that a lot, but one Thanksgiving is enough now. I'm getting tired. How do I send you a DM? I don't see an option. Marine Mom, are we friends on Twitter? Send me a Twitter request. It's Swami Ninja is my Twitter. It's SWAMININJA. And I will make sure I look for you, and then you can send me a DM that way. Or you can send me an email. I'm not super great at checking emails. I still haven't checked them in about a week, so I apologize. But you can do it that way too. It's Marla Stecky 1978 at gmail.com. Yes, Jenny Jen, that's it right there. Thank you for typing that in. William Palmer says, my sister's hosting for the first time. That means I can't hide in my room most of the time. Oh, hosting Thanksgiving. Now, why do you want to hide in your room, William? Do you have a crazy family like me? No, my family's pretty cool. Now, my extended family, well, no, they're pretty cool too. I know, I'm horrible with email. Well, you've got so many. I've got text messages. Okay, now you have Twitter DMs. I still don't know how to check my messages on YouTube, so I hope nobody's... I know one person has sent a message, but I'm not sure how to do that. I kind of don't want to know, so I don't have to check anymore. And then, you know, your different emails, if you have more than one. It's a full-time job. Marla, how the hell did you come to such a dichotomy of names such as Swami Ninja? Well, that came from when I was in college. I had that all the way back from when I was in college. And I told you before that I was really, really into yoga. You know, I taught yoga and was very committed to it. And the word Swami is used in India as sort of interchangeable with like guru or a sign of respect. Like sir, or I don't think we really have an English equivalent, but it gives it's like a subtitle or surname that means that you are well respected and very knowledgeable and kind of like a guru. And then ninja, I don't know where I got that. Just sort of like stealthy, and I don't know. I just put it together. Oh, been a hectic week for you. Smooth as silk now. Good. Good. Debbie, I saw him, but I was not sure to block as he had said anything rude, but I stand completely behind your decision. Who was in here? I missed that. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, I saw your message on Facebook. What happened, Rebecca, with you were saying I wish people would stand up for me in STS's stream. Now, I don't watch their stream, so I have no idea what happened, but did that all get worked out? Candace says, I don't even think I would do Thanksgiving this year. I know it's not fair to my mom, but my depression is getting worse, the worst of me. Oh, Candace, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. I really am, but you are not alone. There are a lot of people who are very depressed this time of year. I think the expectations get people stressed out, and that can lead to depression, anxiety. And then if you're missing loved ones, you know, I think it comes up, even if they didn't pass away this time of year, it just makes you miss them. So make sure you get outside during the day and get some sunshine. That makes a big difference. I know that sounds simple, but... Is this the Christopher person that's causing trouble? Tamra. Hey, Tamra. My cousin has a firm crush now since the shrimp and grits. Oh, well, good. Somebody said they were going to get ready to make that. I forget who that was. I wanted to see how it turned out. Okay, Rennie says, Rebecca, I'll always defend you if I see it, but I'm not in their streams either. Rebecca, I think that you're going to find that there's probably not a lot of people in STS's stream that, I don't know, that would be defending you. I hope that's somewhat fair to say. Crystal says, here, depressed badly, fighting sick today in the anniversary of my son's death. Oh my gosh, Crystal, I had no idea you had a son. Gosh, you just realize how much people have been through. It is amazing to me. I am very sorry about that, Crystal. Yeah, William Palmer, the shrimp and grits were awesome. No, me neither. Me neither, Rennie. Our little list is getting more and more narrow, isn't it? There's several people who I used to like that I just can't anymore. It's like you give them a couple chances and then it's not worth it to me anymore. Hello, Honestly Now. I like that name. I was 6 months pregnant when I lost him. You almost died too. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Crystal. Exactly, Lavender. She says, all good, Marla. The right people will stay. Amen. Crystal, look at all this love and support you have. I know that there's other people in this stream I already know that have told me that they've lost children. And it's not, I mean, everybody says it's the worst pain you can go through. The worst type of grief. Yeah. So sorry, Crystal. Does anybody have any other suggestions of how to deal with depression this time of year? Like I said, if you can try to get outside and if you're able to exercise or go for a walk, that really makes a big difference because your body responds to physical activity. Your brain responds to what your body is doing. And try to not isolate yourself. I know that that's the temptation when you're depressed. You just want to be by yourself. But even coming on streams like this, I think is helpful. Alcohol helps. Exactly, Jillian. This week is anniversary when I nearly lost my son. So close, worst day of my life. Oh gosh, Rennie. You all have been through so much. I hate the holidays, says Tamara. Hope they just come and go quickly. Well, I'm kind of with you. I am kind of with you. There's so much stress involved. Tanning beds help, but I haven't tried it. I love tanning beds. I've never gone during the, winter or fall time, and it's been years since I've gone to them, but they do make me feel good. It's not actually the tanning bed that makes me feel good. Oops, sorry guys. It's, I like being tan. That makes me feel good. Hey, KB. I love you, sweetie. Right, it's not easy, but it's simple, says Kitty Barnett. You just have to push through. Just doing the simple things that you know that will help you. Doing a gratitude journal. Like I said, trying to connect with other people. You know what they said the #1 indicator of happiness is? The #1 indicator throughout all of time, throughout all of history, throughout all different countries, continents, languages, sexes, genders. You know what the one thing is that determines what your happiness level is? It is a sense of community. And I know that's so true because if you've ever been overseas to like a third world country, if you've gone on to any mission trips or anything, I know I went to Tijuana, which is, pretty bad, especially probably one of the worst spots in the Northern Hemisphere. And undoubtedly, so many people will say they could not believe how happy these children were, and how happy the people were. Even with one soccer ball and wearing the same clothes for a week straight and very little food and medicine, they were the happiest people. Has anybody experienced that? And you know what that is? That is a sense of community, a sense of belonging. Everybody has a part. Everybody's connected to everybody else. And that makes people happy. It's not... I think, especially in the United States, we like to isolate and put lots of materialistic things around us, which is probably the worst thing you can do for depression or for, happiness. One says, serving somewhere like your local church or shelter is a huge way to beat depression. Yes, hardest part is getting out of your house. Yep. And guys, I know I shared with you that I was extremely apprehensive about getting this surgery. Not because I'm scared of the surgery. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. Um, I met with my surgeon again, and I know I told you that he was acting weird the last time I saw him. He was absolutely wonderful. I saw him yesterday, and he was just like I had seen him the first 3 or 4 times. He was kind, he was thoughtful, he listened to me, he explained everything, he wasn't in a rush. So I think he was just really concerned that day that I saw him, and he might have just had a bad day. No, it's not the handsome surgeon, Candace. That's my wound doctor. And I found out that he's married. I stalked him on Facebook and saw a picture of his wife and 2 beautiful kids. So unless something's happened, I believe he's married, which is great. I mean, that was all just in fun. I can still daydream. But no, that's my wound doctor. He is amazing. But my surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, no, he's getting ready to have his first baby, and it's actually due December 22nd. So I'm hoping the baby doesn't come like early during my surgery. But what I was saying is I was already getting depressed about having to go through surgery because he had told me it was 3 months non-weight bearing. And who wants to spend 3 months in bed after, which I really wouldn't mind, except for the fact that I have done this. Y'all, the past 3 years of my life, I've spent tremendous amount of time not being able to walk. And, you know, just this past summer, I had those 2 failed surgeries that I had to spend a lot of time in bed too. It is, you have got to dig deep. And, you know, I'm practiced at that. I know how to do that, but I'm sick of doing it. I want to move on. So I kind of am coming to terms with it, trying to wrap my brain around it, trying to pray a lot, and just get a better attitude. So... Oh, Tamara says I've already got a suitor. He has dibs. Okay. I'll be loyal to him until, I think I got to meet him, Tamara, though. Oh, thank you, honestly, now. Hey, Ellie Belly. Thank you for praying for me. Smoking a bowl and watching Netflix helps too. Well, you are damn lucky, Ricky, that you can do that. Listen, I am seriously thinking about moving to a state that has medical marijuana. I have been researching it. I told you the closest states for me would be Delaware or Georgia. But I'd come to Florida. I don't know how far west I would have to go. In those middle states, you know, they tend to be very conservative, and I don't think medical marijuana is legal in any of those yet. Oh, you changed your bedroom around? I can't wait to see it, Ranny. Thank you, Marine Mom. So what happened? Let me tell you what happened at the doctor's. I had to get that CT scan. He wanted to get one more scan before he officially scheduled the surgery, and so he came in and he said that I had more broken bones. So he says that they're just, the metatarsals on the side of my foot are continuing to break because I'm putting so much pressure on them. And that's not designed, that's not the way your foot is supposed to be. And I guess as one breaks, another one breaks. Now one of them has grown, the 5th one has grown back together, but it's grown crookedly. So I guess he has to shave that off or re-break it or something. But, I don't have any bone infection. That turned out to not be so. I'm on antibiotics just for the wound itself. I know about the hyperbaric wound treatment, though, because I've had several wounds. I haven't been a candidate for that yet, though. But anyway, no, he said if I was dealing with bone infection, that we're talking like amputation. Remember I told you last time he used that word 3 times, so he said, luckily, there's not any bone infection, but if you don't do something soon, there could be. So, like I said, he's the 3rd doctor who's told me the exact same thing. So I know that he's not saying anything that's out of the blue. So I said, well, we have to go ahead and do it then. Especially, you know, with deductibles and everything, just financially, it makes sense. because it's the end of the year. I've met my deductible, so that would work out great. And him having a baby and everything. So I'll be here for Thanksgiving. I'll be able to cook Thanksgiving, which is good. Make the most of it then. But December 1st at 10 a.m. is my surgery. So y'all be thinking about me that day. It's a Friday. I'm going to spend the night. He wants me to spend the night. He said mainly for pain control, because he said the list of, Tamara says they don't have you in a boot, do they? Yeah, I have a boot. I have a boot. I'll show you my boot. That's my boot, Tamara. And I love this boot. This boot has been one of the best boots I've had. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So he said that the list of the things that he is going to do, he's just doing the back like 2/3 of my foot. He's not going to work on the toes because he said that'd be too much trauma at one point in time. So, yeah, exactly. Bionic women, they're going to build me better than before. I hope so. I hope so. I really do. You know, I hear all these stories of people's surgeries who went wrong, and it's like, I just can't think about it. I just can't think about it. Honestly, my foot couldn't be much worse than it is right now. Yeah, right before Christmas, Paparette. So I said, well, maybe I'll get some extra sympathy for Christmas, and I won't have to decorate and do all the shopping and all that stuff that, you know, comes along with your expectations at Christmas. So maybe that'll be a good thing. I don't know. But it's only going to be, well, minimum 6 weeks non-weight bearing. I'll go home in a splint for 2 weeks, and then they'll put a cast on me for the rest of the time, I guess. So I'm trying to get a knee walker, and there's this other contraption that I don't know what it is. They gave me a picture of it. I called my insurance company, and they weren't sure either, but I'm going to call around to some places that, you know, provide wheelchairs and that kind of thing, and ask them what this is. It looks like a motorized bike. So, you know, not to be used around the house, but I don't know. I had a knee scooter before, and they are terrible. They're just as bad as crutches, I think. Maybe a step up, but excuse me. And my aunt is coming from Maryland. She's coming down like the second week in December. Yeah, Randy, I'm not worried about the surgery. It's just the recovery part, but I'll be okay. I have a good surgeon, and I've got lots of family and friends that are going to help take care of me. So we've already got it planned out. But y'all are going to probably see a whole lot of this face. So don't get sick of me yet. Because I'll probably be on here all the time. Hi guys, I'm bored. What's going on? Tell me what everybody's doing. Come back on an hour later. I'll be like, you know who. Knee scooters are hard on your hips, pelvis, and back. Yeah, I just think, you know, when you get up and you have to use the bathroom, I found it was pretty good for that, because you don't want to have to use your crutches, and I'm so klutzy that I'd probably end up hurting myself. So it's good for that. Oh, thank you, Chaos. I need 91 more subs. Oh, cool. Thank you. That would mean a lot to me. Well, Jen, a walker would be good, but I got to put my foot, I can't put any weight on my foot. So that wouldn't take pressure off of my foot. I guess, well, I guess if I kind of put my foot up and then just scoot it along, that might be an idea, actually. Thank you, Paparette. That means so much. We'll be here for you. Thank you. Yes, crutches are pure misery. I was on them for like 3 months when I was in high school. And I tell you what, I'm not the same. I'm not the same person I was when I was 17. I don't think I can do it anymore. Yeah. Use one when learning to walk again. I'm trying to think how that would work. I would just have to be really cautious not to put my foot down. I like that idea, though. Look, I'm going to get everything I can. Becca MS Fighter, how are you, honey? Thank you. Thank you. You're going to see a lot of me during recovery. I got an infection in my back and on a 4-week course of antibiotics. Is that right now, William Palmer? Oh, honey, how did you get an infection in your back? Did you have surgery? That is terrible. Well, I had an infection in my back. Yeah, and I've had so many rounds of antibiotics. But that was from when I had surgery. Did I tell you all about my husband in the nursing home? He is there because he had 2 strokes and cannot walk, had a motorized wheelchair, and no nursing home with a bed. That was Tammy Wooten? Oh, no. Hey, Tammy Wooten. No, you didn't tell us. I'm so sorry. How long has he been there, Tammy? Oh, pylonotal cyst. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Thank you, Marilyn, to you. Aw. Hey, Jared, thank you for saying that. Yeah, that is terrible, Tammy. So, that's about all that's been going on. Lots of doctor's appointments, and I'm going to go shopping this Sunday to get all the things for Thanksgiving. And just trying to get some things organized. A lot of things I've been putting off, like fixing my phone. You know, when I fell this summer and I broke my phone. Still haven't gotten that fixed, so I want to do that before I have my surgery. Just different things. Hang the curtains in my room. They're hung, but they're not where they're supposed to be. And I hate doing stuff like that. But how's everybody else doing? Seems like a pretty quiet night, huh? That's good. Quiet night is good. Tammy says, I love you, girl. You just don't know. I know where you are coming from. Love you so much. I love you too, Tammy. Thank you for saying that. All of this is because of the severe neuropathy. And it just kind of, you know, I was asking about, oh, I would love to write a cookbook, Jenny Jen. That's so cute. While I'm healing. Yeah, I could get some ideas down. I certainly could. I was very cold today, Tamara. I mean, it wasn't that cold outside, but it just got chilly in my house. I think it was probably about 65 out today. You're excited to put a Christmas tree up, but it's still early. No, you can put it up. Put it up, honey. Thank you, Amanda Love. Our Christmas parade is this weekend. It's 30 where you are. Where do you live, Amanda Love? I don't think I know. Are you in New York? Paparazzi is freezing there too. Yeah, I thought you lived in New York. Did I tell you about watching your cooking shows and I went and bought some olive oil and some pink sea salt? You are precious, Tammy. You are so precious. I hope you've liked them. It will make a big difference in your cooking. That makes me feel so good. You are precious. Princess Fortunate says, it's been a rough few days, but I'm doing better. I don't know your name, Princess, but I'm glad you're doing better, honey. Oh, you're in Seattle, Tamara. Has a huge windstorm, 70-mile-per-hour gusts. Oh, gosh. Seattle. Maybe I did know that you were in Seattle, because I said that was the happiest city in the United States. Did you know that, Tamara? So you should be really happy where you are. Tamara, Marine Mom, do you have Twitter? Yeah, she was asking me about how to DM me, so I'm hoping she has Twitter. Yeah, honestly now, I still have my, Halloween. I just, it's not Halloween, it's just Thanksgiving type decorations up, so I'm obviously going to leave them up until Thanksgiving, but yeah, I still have all my, little bit of stuff on the mantle. I'm going to sit over here on the couch, y'all. Get comfortable. Tamara says it's the best city in the world. Oh, that light's not good. You had snow overnight, William Palmer? Well, that's exciting. Where do you live, William? I bet that's beautiful. You understand the pain factor and the loneliness, being trapped in the house, depending on others for help and care. Nanette, it's terrible. But you know, I'm used to it, so I just have to get my mind prepared and just use it for what it is. There's a lot of people who would love to rest and be able to just relax and be peaceful and calm for a couple months. So I'm just going to try to appreciate it. Oh, Lisa Vashel Photography says, my kids are coming home for Thanksgiving and we're going to decorate the tree. Cool. Oh, Princess Fortunate, you are darling. But what I was going to say is, you know, I'm in so much pain all the time, and my medication, of course, helps, but they kept asking me about these breaking bones, and like, don't you know when you broke your foot, or weren't you able to tell when bones in your foot were breaking? And I'm like, no, I hurt all the time, so I wouldn't be able to tell one different, you know, I would just, it always hurt, so I actually wouldn't be able to tell. And it shocks me when the doctors ask, so are you in a lot of pain? Yes. It's like, look at my charts, look at my records. Oh, okay. William, are you in New York also? You wish you could relax, says Lady. I have a teenage son, and he's starting to enter the rebellious stage. Yeah, luckily I don't have, you know, any pets or any kids to take care of, so in a way, I guess that's good. Get it all over with, and hopefully this will straighten my foot out for the most part. I won't get it. The reason why I'm getting all these sores is because my foot is so deformed, and it's, you know, putting pressure on different points that aren't supposed to have pressure. So I'm hoping that I'll maybe walk a little bit straighter because I walk with such a limp now. So maybe it'll be wonderful. Maybe it'll be, and who knows, I asked him if it would help relieve any of the pain, the neuropathy pain, and, you know, he said no, but you never know. The part I don't like is he said there's going to be like several incisions that are going to be like this long each on my foot, and that just looks, I just can't stand the way that looks. Not afterwards when it heals and the redness goes away, but the actual stitching of it, I don't know, I just feel like Frankenstein. Yeah, honestly now, it does, but whew, I've had this for 9 years, and I always thought that my body would adjust, but it's still pretty bad. If I were to go out without my medication, it's pretty horrific. Blonde to you, show us your foot, Marla. You want to see my foot? Oh, you don't want to see that. It's all wrapped up right now. But I've got pictures if you really want to see them. I'm going to do my whole kind of long journey with this, and if I can figure it out, I'll insert some pictures. Maybe I can work on that when I'm healing. Tamara says, you have to be careful with your back and hip when you favor one side for a long time too. I know. Yeah, when I had a different sore that I told you about, on that same foot that was for 18 months, I wore a boot for like 9 of those months. And it was like 1.5 inches taller than my other foot. So even that little bit of a difference, wearing it for so long, tilted my back. But the good news is, as soon as I got the boot off, it pretty much worked itself out. Bonsoir, Miss Marla. I've been a silent follower. Thanks for sharing. Oh, that with Nat. Oh, welcome. I'm so glad you commented. Not that I think you're lying. No, not at all. Oh, I didn't think you meant that. I just like to see the improvement stages. Okay, well, I will definitely show you pictures, honey. Definitely. Actually, I need to take it off. I need to take it off because I got to change my bandage. So if you really want to see it, I'll just start taking off my boot anyway because I've got to change it tonight. There's this stuff called Prisma. that is like this medical grade, some kind of healing. It looks like a little piece of styrofoam, but that's what they put on my sore, and I change it. I have a whole bunch of it. But you have to leave it on for like 2 or 3 days at a time. You know, you can't get it wet. Coconut oil for scars? Yes, absolutely. I still have that horrible scar on my back. I wonder if I can show you all that. We'll just have an anatomy string. If y'all aren't, you know, if that kind of makes you queasy, please, I don't want to offend anybody. Oh, you're just getting on, Lorianne? I'm showing people my all my deformities and gross stuff about my body. So if you're not interested in that, I was going to see if I can show you my scar. How can I do this? Let's see. I'm just going to put you around. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it because I can't tell what you're looking at, but let's see. There's my surgery scar. Did you all see that? That's from the summer where they put the spinal cord stimulator. So I don't have anything in there now, just 2 yucky scars. You want to see, love to learn. Okay. Were you able to see those scars on my back? Oh, you were in wound care. Ooh, I think, you know, I think I've already told you, but the very first time I was with this doctor, the one that I like so much at the wound care, I asked the nurse, I said, so do you ever get grossed out? And she's like, well, you know, every now and then. But I said, what are the most common wounds that you see? And she says, ass and foot, just like that. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm glad I have mine on my foot, not my ass. But I got to thinking about it. It's probably a lot, you know, everybody who I've seen in there is quite old. And they most likely are getting like bed sores, things like that. So I have my foot just wrapped like this right now. So I'm going to unwrap it. Oh gosh, Rennie. Rennie says I have a big scar on my hand from my mom stabbing me with a knife. What in the heck? Rennie, you've got quite a life, don't you? Goodness, honey. How old were you when that happened? Okay, so I'm going to turn y'all around so you can see this. Please, if you get squeamish, it's not gross. It really isn't. It's not that bad looking. Then you might want to turn off. But, okay, so here's what it looks like right now with the bandage. But if I can show you like a side view. Let's see. You see my toe, how it does like that? Well, that's all the time. Like I can't get it to go straight. And that's because I had a ulcer right here that's the 18-month one. It made my foot deformed. So that's that side of it. And then I push really hard on this side. Put all my weight pretty much on this side. So that is what has created this. Which actually it looks pretty darn good. The swelling is going away, and it's actually scabbing up a little bit, which is good. So that is wonderful. The more I can get that to go away, then the surgery will be easier. Because that's not what I want to show you is when I stand, this is how my feet look. So you can see the toes don't go down, and all of my weight is distributed on that side of the foot. So, So the surgery isn't to fix that sore at all. That's just a secondary thing that he thinks if he takes enough bone out, that he can have enough skin left over to kind of close that, just stitch it together. Lorianne, it's not been good. Not been good at all. We were just talking about that. A lot of pain. Bone pain, but maybe it's mostly nerve pain. It's mostly from my neuropathy. Yeah, it's not very deep, Nanette. It's gotten much better. I've had it for about 4 months now. And so it's, we caught it pretty early, and it's not bad at all. It actually looks really good. But what he's doing, what the surgery is for, is bones. He's working on bones and tendons. He's going to lengthen my Achilles, remove all these bones. I don't know. He had like 14 different procedures that he's doing. He said it's going to be a 3-hour surgery, which, generally takes a lot longer. That's just the actual time that the surgeon is working, but that doesn't count for the before and after, because my surgeries this summer were only supposed to be an hour, the actual surgery time. But I was there for, I don't know, 6 hours. Lisa says, I don't know why it posted before finishing. When I meant to say if it's okay to ask, why do you keep getting those sores? It's fine to ask, honey. You can ask anything. It's because my foot is deformed. Well, it's twofold. Because it's kind of like, did they come first or did the deformity come first? I think they both happened at the same time. Because my weight is distributed in the wrong places on my feet, it's kind of like I'm hitting as a tripod instead of as flat on all four. So the parts of that tripod are all getting like how you would think maybe a callus would be, except they get broken down and then become a wound. And what makes it worse is I can't feel. The neuropathy is, I have such severe neuropathy that I can't, even though it's very painful, I can't feel. It's also numb. I know that doesn't make sense to people who don't have it, but so like the one that I had on my bottom of my foot, I didn't even know I had it until it was very bad, which is just me being negligent, not checking my feet like I'm supposed to, which I do now, but that's why I keep getting them. So the reason for the surgery is to prevent getting them anymore. I'll hold my crystals and think of you sending positive energy, thoughts, and healing. Thank you, Rennie. That means a lot. And I know you've been through so much. Lorianne, not so much. They, pain, especially recently and in the United States because of all the abuse of pain pills and overdoses on different kinds of opiates. Doctors just don't even want to address pain. So that is a whole nother issue that I'm dealing with. But I'm working on it at the same time. One thing at a time. Oh, thank you for, I know that was probably not the prettiest thing in the world, but thank you for asking. I'm doing okay, Fungus Bear. She has fibro, which I do as well, and along with other disease and much more. She doesn't help me at all. Who was that, Debbie? Oh, thank you. A lot of people are suffering a lot worse than I am, but I tell you what, I've got a lot of sympathy for people in chronic pain. I used to not, and I remember somebody I know, a neighbor of ours, a long time ago, tried to commit suicide because he was in chronic pain. And I remember at that time I was just devastated and horrified. Like, why would somebody do that? I mean, come on, can't you get some help? Or, there's got to be something you can do about it. You can't just try to kill yourself over it. And boy, I certainly understand now. I completely understand how you get to that point. Mary Emerson says, I have neuropathy. It is numb and painful. My left foot is completely numb on the bottom. My right foot is not numb, but twisting more as time goes up. Lupus, bless you. Bless you, Mary Emerson. I do not wish that on anybody. I am so sorry, honey. Aw, Princess Fortunate. I just am. I've been through a lot worse than this, Princess. I don't know if you've been around a long time, but I've been in a lot worse situations than this. This is kind of what preempted all the bad things that have happened, but I'm pretty tough. I might look kind of, you know, I don't know how I look, but I'm tough. Pain is life-altering. Jennifer, you're exactly right. Cervical facet syndrome, to name a few. Oh, Marie Mon says fibromyalgia, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, and a lot of trauma inside my head. God bless you, Marine Mom. Honey, yeah, chronic pain is torture. It will absolutely affect everything about your life. So I admire people who can push through it, but I tell you what, I just think it is absolutely criminal that there is a way to treat chronic pain and for doctors to deny it because people have become abusive of it. And even I, obviously, I have become abusive of it in the past, but that doesn't mean that I don't deserve to be out of pain. There's ways around it. There's ways that it can be distributed to me so that I wouldn't abuse it. It's just not, to me, it's absolutely insane to let people suffer. And people just need to be more open and honest about how they're using their pain pills. And you are going to get physically addictive. There's no way around that. It's not a matter of discipline or self-control. Your body becomes physically addictive after like 14 days. But that's true for a lot of medications. What you have to do is taper down to get off of them. Many, if not most medications tell you do not stop without consulting a doctor. You're not supposed to just stop anything. Most likely they will have you taper down or give you something else to take its place. So I don't know why they don't treat pain pills that way. Oh, this and that with Nat said, I work in the funeral industry, and last year I witnessed a funeral of a 44-year-old woman that committed suicide because she couldn't stand her pain. Listen, I'm fighting every day against that. I mean, not that I feel suicidal, but it's there, it's always there, creeping. Okay, Jennifer McKeck said, I'd love to devote a stream to actual pain. I would love to be on the panel. That is a great idea. And I found Rennie actually recommended a lady that deals with chronic pain, and she had some really interesting insights about it. So I'll have to watch her again, and that would be a great idea. Since moving to Tennessee, I've been denied by doctors to accept me as a patient because of my diagnosis. It was also told that they will not give me the meds I was on. What? Debbie, honey, you might better move somewhere else again. That's not fair. Yeah, before you move anywhere, I would set up a doctor and make sure that they are coordinating with my existing doctor and that my medication is filled before I get there. That's so important. Everyone should be able, regarding their past, to be able to eliminate or reduce pain. It's as simple as even if the person has to be supervised. Thank you. This and that. I agree. Oh, good for you, Ranny. Good for you, sugar. Yeah, I used to use Fengus. I used to sit at when I was working and have a tub of warm water, and my coworkers would like change it out for me all day long. That's only one of the things that helped me a lot. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I'd love a pain stream, Tamara. Okay, let me write that down. So it was Tamara that you would like to be on the panel. That would be awesome. And who was the other person that said they wanted to be on the panel? I just missed that. Tell me again who said they wanted to be on the panel doing a pain stream. I live in a brothel. A lot of money to stay every night. Good looking honky. Good for you. At the brothel, huh? You get a different woman every night. It was me. Okay, Jennifer McKeck. Thank you, honey. McKeck. All right, I'll work on that. Listen, I got to get some ideas because y'all are going to be seeing me for a long time, for 6 weeks. No, well, Fingers, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of her, but other than saying the same shit she's always been saying, the thing that she said recently that I'm like, okay, before she used to say that Makeup Amanda paid for my lawyer, and now she's saying somebody else is paying for my lawyer. I don't understand why she thinks that, and she just cannot grasp her brain around how I'm able to live. You know, she just can't seem to understand like why I have things and how I'm able to pay for things. It's none of her business. So saying that, and you know, the pussy for Percocet. It's like, how did one of my ex-clients contact you? How would you know that? I'm just kidding, y'all. But I mean, it's like, what? Stupid. Thank you, Tara. Yeah, it's beyond that. I tried Kratom too, which, you know, so many people said would help with chronic pain, and it didn't really touch it. It's just really, really intense. I've tried everything. I've tried everything from holistic to laser treatments to, you know, acupuncture, different dietary supplements, everything. Everything and everything. So right now it's prayer and surgery, and yes, Mary Emerson, somebody said that that's what I was doing. Yep. A cuckoo bird. It is so hard to manage. Nerve pain is just a mystery, and I don't know why. It's almost like, you know, what they give is Neurontin. Well, Neurontin is an extremely old drug. I thought, can they not come up with anything better? I do need the green, Ranny. I do need the green. I know they came up with Lyrica, but I had a horrible time taking Lyrica, and I don't know very many people who were able to take Lyrica. So it's like in all these, you know, I don't know, 60 years time span, that's all they were able to come up with. Papa just said, yeah, I tried it, and it was awful. It did take away some of my pain, but I mean, I gained tons of weight. It was, my blood pressure went through the roof. I fell asleep at stoplights. I was like a zombie. Oh, really, Tamra? Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. But, you know, I'm okay. I've gotten so used to it. You take 3,200 milligrams of Neurontin. Yep, you're getting there. I would love, if I could reduce that, if I could just reduce that in half, Tamara, I would be happy. Well, that's funny, Mary. You gained 18 pounds in 2 weeks on gabapentin. I gained 50 pounds in 4 months from doing nothing different. Yep, I've tried TENS unit. Didn't help. Yeah, Sweet Tea Lady says Lyrica was awful for her too. Oh, Neurontin doesn't help you either, Erica. Now, I've taken it before and it didn't help me because it wasn't strong. I mean, the dose wasn't high enough. So if you tried it at, you know, doctors want to start you at like 400 milligrams, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. You might need to up it because it did not start affecting me or helping me till I was taking quite a bit of it. Good for you, Laurie Ann. See, that's so many people have been able to get off pain medication by using marijuana. It just, I know it's coming soon, but not soon enough. You know, I want it now. Oh, I would love to. You're in Montreal. Very liberal. I like that. Do you ever use liquid morphine? Oh, God, I would love to. You kidding me? Gained 60 pounds on the heart med. I split the dose and lost 50 pounds. Wow, Rennie. Well, you certainly aren't heavy. You look beautiful. Debbie, yeah, I don't know how that works. I know I was just looking tonight for a friend about in Georgia. In Georgia, they have 6 different medical issues that qualify for medical marijuana. Isn't that interesting? Just 6 of them, and peripheral neuropathy is one of them. But they only have the oil there. That's all that the dispensaries will put out, which I don't really know what you do with oil. I don't know if you just rub it on the spot but some of, you know what one of the 6 was, one of them was autism and one of them was Tourette's. So, those were 2 of the 6 that were qualifying for medical marijuana. I thought that was so interesting. So if somebody has Tourette's, what do you do with marijuana oil? Do you take it? Does anybody know? I don't know what you do with the oil. Cymbalta made you crazy. Yeah, I took Cymbalta. It did make me a little crazy too. But it wasn't a bad crazy necessarily. It made me shake a lot, which I don't like. But I would get up. Oh, you smoke the oil? Oh, maybe you put it under your tongue. I'm not sure. Vape it. Okay, cool. But yeah, Cymbalta, I would get up in the middle of the night and like be in the bathroom exercising and not even know what I was doing. And like fall asleep standing up, so it was kind of dangerous. Okay, Jillian, good night, you sweet angel. I'm so glad you were in here. I'm getting ready to get off anyway. My phone's gonna die. Some oils are sublingual, and the concentrated one you can put on food. Oh, cool. Very interesting. Yeah, and I saw that like Maryland, which is where I have a lot of family, so I thought that would be a good place to go. I mean, I used to live there for many, many years. They technically have medical marijuana. However, nobody has it and nobody can get it because I'm assuming this is like this for every state. They have to have their own dispensary, and it has to be grown in that state. It can't cross state lines. So they haven't been able to grow enough to stock the dispensaries. So it's like the law passed before it was legal, which I guess that's how it's going to be. So that kind of frustrates me because even if it does pass in North Carolina, then they have to start growing it, and then it has to get to the dispensaries in whatever form they say is okay, whether it's an oil or a, you can smoke it, vape it, whatever. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Oh, I've been having a lot of nightmares recently, honestly, now. I hate it. It upsets me for like half a day. I don't know why. I always thought that nightmares were good for you because it was like your subconscious working out things in your life or your history or your subconscious that you were still upset or bothered by. But dang, it's exhausting. Oh, what is it that they had? I missed it. So everybody's saying they had it too or heard of it too, and it was so painful. I tell you what, anybody who's healthy though, or even mostly healthy, where you can get up in the morning and go walk, please, please don't take that for granted. You are so very lucky. And, I would hear people say that back when I was running marathons and be like, oh, yeah, well, I take good care of myself, so I deserve to be healthy, Boy, was I wrong, because I didn't do anything. I didn't change my lifestyle. When I got this neuropathy when I turned age 30, I was still running 3 miles every morning. I ate healthy, so it wasn't like I did anything to deserve this. But please just take your health very seriously, and if you have good health, you need to thank God every day. Oh, you've got CRPS. Oh, Jen. God almighty. I hear that and my heart breaks. I think that's the only thing that's probably worse than the neuropathy. And do you have it in a specific area, or is it all over your body? Usually I've been hearing people, it's like in their extremities. And I've been doing a little bit of research on that, as a matter of fact. There's some people on YouTube who, they did the same thing about neuropathy, but one man, and he had his whole suicide planned out. I mean, he was going to hang himself. He had the handcuffs, so he couldn't change his mind. I mean, it was very, very sad. And then he met this doctor from Germany who totally reversed his CRPS. So, I don't know if you're doing anything that helps you right now. And I don't know if you know Christy in the Carolinas. I'm sure you do. She has that also. Yes, Laura, the chick. We definitely take our blessings for granted. I certainly did when I had my good health. And I'm hoping that I'm not hoping. I know that one day I'm going to get it back. And I'm going to be a different person, but I'm going to be stronger and more compassionate, even when I do get better, because I've been through this and it's taken a decade of my life away. So I know that I'm going to be better. I know it. Yeah, honestly, no, you're probably right. I don't eat very many processed foods at all. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get off. I think my phone's about to die, but I sure enjoyed my time with you. You guys are great. Good night, Papa Red. It's in your left leg. Oh, goodness. Oh, from when, you hurt your back. That's what I hear all the time. But look on, you probably have, so I hate insulting you and telling you to go look on YouTube, but there are some people that I thought was interesting. It had a lot to do with supplements. I know that, which when I hear that too, I'm like, oh, come on, how's supplements going to help this type of pain? But there was a couple people who said that they were able to at least get a good amount of relief from that CRPS. Thank you, Rennie, and thank you again for my gorgeous necklace. It was so very sweet. But I love you all, and I thank you for all your encouragement and for not judging me ever. Just being so kind and loving throughout everything. Prayers daily, that makes the biggest difference, and I feel that. I feel your prayers, so they're not going... it's not just a cliche. They really do mean a lot to me. Thank you, Nanette, and I feel that. Good night, you all. Love you all. I'll come back on soon, okay?